guys, so another video. Pretty different, I know. I'm gonna be playing the promo monofilm red Uta, where if you tap one Dawn, you can give a vanilla based character plus 2000, which is a pretty interesting card. I don't see this card get any love at all for being like the first promo leader like ever. So yeah, I thought I'd play it. So of course you're running a red film stuff, so I'm pretty much playing the stuff that comes with it, right? The Yasop, the Ben Beckman, all that stuff. I'm still running the 4-drop Luffy. I think I took out the 8-drop Shanks because I put the 10-drop Shanks in, the one from OP06. So it's a good substitution out, right? You get a Shanks that is a 12k 10-drop and you get to kill something. So it's not bad, but this deck isn't that good to begin with because it's all just red film, and film isn't really known for board fill. So you gotta work with what you got. So right there you could see I played a Beppo, which is pretty interesting, but it kind of works for this deck because I'm going up against a Nami, and she's gonna have a lot of things 3000 powers or less to KO, which is like her blockers, her Kaya's, so it kind of made sense. Plus I get an attacker on board, so it was a good start. You're pretty much just saving up to get your mid-range and big bodies out, which are the Yasop and Ben Beckman. And then like early game you're playing the 4-drop Luffy, so on and so on. And of course I'm running the 2-drop Luffy that helps me look for film cards, because this whole deck is just film besides Radical Beam. So I play into the Luffy, I grab another Ben Beckman, and then I actually put 3 Dawn onto Beppo to swing for a 5/5 and kill one of the Kayas. Even though he can out counter and mill more stuff, I got rid of a Kaya so he can't return it, out counter, and then, or he can't return it to out counter with it or play it again to trash stuff. So it's fine. And the reason why this leader isn't played is because it's not that good, obviously. But I just wanted to test it out, try it, right? Because I thought it'd be funny. You can also run this leader with the Whitebeard stuff. I do have a Whitebeard deck with it, but I like the film stuff more. Kind of kept it in tuned with the archetype. Some of the Whitebeard stuff works with it. You're pretty much like the Whitebeard basic red stuff is pretty much the same thing that the film stuff has. Like you have a Thatch, which is your Yasop in this deck. You have a King Dew, which would be your Luffy. You also have a Speed Jill that would also be your Luffy. So it's like it can work with Whitebeard as well. I just swing 5/5, and of course he out counters, right? But that's fine, right? You shouldn't really, even though Nami's thing is about milling, right, and winning off of milling, you shouldn't really be scared of it. Don't be scared of it, because like if they win off of milling, then they win off of milling. That's just how it is. Right here I pull into Azure Dragon Stamp, which is really perfect for killing the Mihawk. Really perfect. He can't mill anymore. I play into the Luffy, I grab into another Azure Stamp, and then I just swing for 6. And I saved one Dawn up just to have a 2k counter, because I have a Radical Beam in hand. And if you're going up against Nami, you know you're not going to be down on life a lot, so not really a point in saving the Radical Beam for that plus 4k, just use it while you can. He actually triggers the Snake Dance, which helps him return a character, so he's going to return the Kaya. But I think he returns my Luffy instead. But instead, he actually just quits, which is fine, because I was just going to play my Yasop next turn, then Ben Beckman, so on and so on. Okay, so this is the next match. I don't know what it was about this day when I was recording with this Uta, but there was just a lot of Nami players. I really wish there wasn't a lot of Nami players, because I wish people would just try playing a deck instead of just playing lame. I'm sorry, milling is lame. The milling ability is not lame, because it's in every card game. It's just that the way they executed it for Nami is pretty lame. Winning off of milling your deck is not. It's like, dude, why? Like all you do is play counters. It's so lame. So I go first. I don't really get anything. There's not really a 1-drop in this deck besides the Sunny. But I didn't get Sunny in my hand, so whatever. I pass turn. Next turn I draw into Sunny, which is fine. I attack for 7. Make him have to waste some cards in hand. He either uses Mellow Beam, or he uses Rubber Band of Doom, or Desert Spot and a counter. I don't remember, but he just takes it instead. So he doesn't, which is perfect, right? That's perfect. He did use the trigger to draw a card though, but that's fine. That's fine. And then I play Sunny, so I have some attackers on board. And you're pretty much running Sunny because he's a nice 1-drop for film in this deck anyway that you can boost with Uta ability. So it's not bad for this deck anyway. The Sunny Kun is just horrible in general. There's no point running him unless you're putting him in like Zoro or something because he counts as Straw Hat. So yeah, of course, obviously next turn I play into either Schneider or Luffy because those are the only cards I can play unless he plays something I can KO with Azure Dragon Stamp. But he plays into Margaret or Marguerite, however you want to pronounce it. It's the 3-drop blocker that lets you draw a card. It's like Boodle, but better. You get to draw instead of milling it when you block. And when you play her, you just draw. So it's a better substitute for Boodle. I do the ability, boost up to 5. He blocks it with Marguerite, which is totally fine. So I had 2 attacks off. I think he does use Desert Spada. If not, then Rubber Band of Doom. He does use Desert Spada, which is actually really good for him. He got full profit off of that. But it's totally fine. Again, there's nothing to worry about against Nami. The main thing you want to worry about is him milling himself out to win. Again, really lame. But that's just how it is. All you gotta do is worry about that. But, you know, I got a good starting hand. I got a pretty good hand for later turns. I got a Yasop, Ben Beckman, Luffy, Schneider, and then I drew into a Shiraya. Plus I have an event that helps me KO anything that's 5,000 or less. So it's not bad. I have a good thing going on for me. Shiraya is actually going to be a pretty big help. Right, because even though it's only the leader ability, it's a blocker. I could save for like Zeph or anything like that. Yeah, I also have another blocker in here. I don't know if it happens in this game. But I have Tanaka-san. Tanaka-san is from Film Gold. He's a trigger blocker, and he's film, so you can search him off of the 2-drop Luffy. It's just another film card I threw in there. I could put Karina in there, right? Because Karina's finally out for us Americans, so I could put Karina in here over Tanaka, but she's not a blocker, I don't think. So it's just another film I could put. I could also put Raise Max in here if I really wanted to, but it's fine. He chooses to Brick Fist my Schneider, but that's totally fine. I don't care. What do I do? Do I attach it on, or do I just swing face so I could summon out 2 cards? I think I do. I summon out the Luffy, and I think I summon out Schneider, and I swing for 5. I don't remember. He does. I think he does out counter, but you know it's fine this early in the game, right? Because if he uses event cards to out counter a 5k attack, that's one I don't have to worry about later, and I can secure the damage. Even though he does mill, it's early game mill, so you don't have to really worry about it. Plus, I have good Dawn to set up for other character cards. He Brick Fist my Luffy again, so he's already used 2 out of the 4. That's fine. He plays Kaya. I think what I do is I play into Yasop now. I think I play into Yasop into Shiraya, because I don't have 10 to play both yet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I'll be at 9. So if anything, I play into Yasop and Shiraya and swing for 5. So it's actually pretty lucky for me to run into a Nami player, since I don't have to deal with a lot of like bodies on board. I could just summon out all my bodies. But he plays another Brick Fist to get rid of my Schneider. That's totally fine. It's fine. I do not care. I seriously don't, because I have a Yasop now. Worst I have to deal with is a Gravity Blade, but I don't think he had any of those. But even if he did Gravity Blade, I had a Ben Beckman ready. So yeah, I play into 6, I play into 3, and he did take the damage, so that's really good. He took the damage, so it is perfect. Obviously next turn I'll play into maybe Ben Beckman or Monkey D. Luffy. But if he just keeps returning my stuff, right, I always have an answer. I always have something to summon. He's also playing the Elder Lily. I don't remember her name. Gloriosa, I think that's her name. She plays another Marguerite to get the draw. Kaya into draw 2, discard 2. Basic Nami boring stuff. But it's fine. Worst he can do is do another Brick Fist and return my Schneider again, so that's fine. What do I do? Do I play? There's my Tanaka-san, by the way. There's the 3-drop blocker. I use the ability, give +2 to Schneider, so he's at 7. I boost him up to 9 for the Yasop swing, so 9k to 5. 9k is like the magic number against Nami, because most of the time she has to use like 2 cards to out counter at best. So I go in for it. And instead of summoning the Ben Beckman, I summon the Monkey D. Luffy. He does White Snake it, so that gives him plus 1,000 for the turn. And then he Mellow Beams for 10k, which is totally fine. Using it all now. I think I put 2 onto Uta, and then I put 4 for the Luffy summon. At this point, I'm not really saving up for a Radical Beam. There's like no point. There's like really no point. But instead, I play both of my blockers. Why did I do that? I don't remember why I did that, but whatever. It's fine. Might as well summon Tanaka anyway because he's not counterable. And I didn't trigger him, I drew him, so I might as well just summon him. Get him out of my hand. Also, I don't think I got Shanks, and I don't think I got to summon Shanks in either of the games I played with this deck. Or while I was recording this anyway. And there was really no point in me swinging with my leader because he was just going to out-counter. So there's really no point in swinging with it. Because most likely he was just going to mill. So, yeah. I think next turn I do play Ben Beckman. If I don't play Ben Beckman, then I play Luffy. But he does put 3 on to Nami. And if he does swing at me and he gets the damage off, he will get the mill 1. But I put 2 blockers out, which is totally fine. But this actually works out pretty well because of Shiraya. So Shiraya goes up to 8 because of that. I out-counter with Luffy. That works out really well. So Shiraya has an 8k body on the board. He currently has 7 Dawn. What does he do? Does he Gravity Blade? Does he Gravity Blade? I don't remember if he does. No, he Perfume Femurs. What does he do? What does he do? What will the Nami player do? I don't even remember what Perfume Fumer does. It's one of the new cards, right? I think it's one of the set 7 cards. I draw into another Ben Beckman, which is really good for a later summon in case he gets rid of the one I have. Go back up to 7. Boost him up to 8. I think he out-counters with Mellow. Does he out-counter with Mellow? I don't remember if he does. I think even if he does, he doesn't get the draw, because I think Mellow you have to be at 3 cards, unless he out-counters. No, he Desert Spadas. He White Snakes, Desert Spadas, okay. But he still needs to out-counter, so works out perfectly. So the White Snake draws 1. Desert Spada helps him reorder. Which means he's stacking to get cards to mill even more. But I have a Ben Beckman on board. Best he can do is Red Rocket, because that's the highest return thing he can use against my Ben Beckman. Because, what is it? Gravity Blade is 6 or less. So if he Gravity Blades, it's going to be my ass up and maybe one of my blockers. Who knows? But, yeah. If he does, I have one or the other. He can only return one or the other. And even if he does I think Gravity Blade would be the better play because he gets rid of 2 things. I attack for 9 to 6. And he has no Dawn up, so he has to take the hit. But he does trigger into Sanji's Pilaf, which really sucks. That really helped him. That's fine, whatever. What does he play? I don't think he played a Zeph at all. I don't remember. But either way, I have another Ben Beckman waiting to summon. Even if I don't summon him, I'll have one later on. Or I can just use him to counter. He Brickfists my Shiraya. Okay, fine, whatever. I don't care. Oh no. He Brickfisted my Shiraya. Anything but that. Anything but that. Now he's gonna swing 9k at one of my characters? Oh no. Anything but that. I wouldn't want that to happen. I don't know why he's thinking. I have a blocker. I'm not scared of losing Tanaka-san. He's just there for the block. He's a possible life block. That's it. Because I can trigger him off a life. Okay, that's it. And then I summon... I think I summon Shiraya. If not, then I summon another Ben Beckman. But I do summon... I summon out Shiraya after I use the ability. I boost him up to 8. Or sorry, 9. I didn't see. I put 2 on him. So boost him up to 9. Best he can do is Mellow Beam and something else. He White Snakes, yep. And then Mellows? I don't remember. Mellow would be the most obvious one, because, well, you know. it'll boost him up to 10. But what does it do? He's like thinking right now. He's like thinking. But like, dude, you're Nami. Oh no, what am I gonna do? I do understand that Nami does take some thinking, but like, dude, it doesn't matter if you play lame. Oh, he plays Snake Dance. Okay, whatever. That's still enough. Plus, he returned a what is it? What did he return? He returned a Kaya. Okay, so I put 9. Do I summon 2 Shirayas? I don't remember if I summon 2 Shirayas. I think that'd be pretty funny if I do that. Either way, he still has to take the damage. I attack for 9 again. He has no Dawn, so he has to counter with what's in his hand, but he doesn't because he doesn't have anything, because all Nami players counter with is event cards, so if they have no Dawn, they're losers. Straight losers. Now, he does have a 2k counter in hand. He returns the Schneider, that's fine, but I go all in for 11k, 11 to 6, so he has to have at least 6k. But I don't think he does. Yep, he does not. He only had, let's see, how much did he have? 2, 4, 6. He had enough. He had enough. He could have won that. He could have lived that. But he just left because he wasn't having it anymore. He wasn't having it anymore. He had enough. He had 2, 4, 6. Interesting. Okay, well, that was the that was my gameplay with the Promo Uta. I don't think I'm ever gonna play this deck again. I just want to get a video on it. It is a fun and interesting leader because the cards you run with it is just all vanilla based, but it sucks in the long run. So I don't think I'm ever gonna play it again. I just want to get video of it. So yeah, that's gonna be the Promo Uta. I don't recommend this deck. That's why I did not show a deck profile with it. So yeah, thanks for watching.